Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, I'm Tia Christensen with Dream Sculpting Institute, and welcome to Empowered Living 101. So, for those of you that I have not met before, I am an energy empowerment coach, and I work with busy professionals, women in power, and executives on ways to double their energy for clarity, optimum performance, and overall well being. And as you join me live today and in the replay, I'd love it if you would please say hello and let me know where you're coming in from. I do work with clients all over the country, so I love to know where people are popping in from, and sort of always a little curious as to what's happening in the weather where you are. And thanks for the likes and for the hearts. I appreciate that. We're back on the iPad today because it works out so well last time. So if I all of a sudden don't see your comment right off the bat on the live, it's because I'm still getting used to the chat section on the iPad. And for those of you watching in the replay, thank you very much. And I will respond to any questions or comments that you may have during the replay. So please feel free. I want this to be an open conversation, a community, and I'm always very curious to hear what you're thinking and what's coming up for you as I share different information on empowered living. And for me, and in the context of these Facebook Live series and in the community that I have, empowered living has to do with a couple of pillars. The first pillar being trust in your inner guidance, your inner wisdom, that gut feeling that we all have that guides us from time to time. And sometimes we decide for some reasons not to listen to it, but it's that little voice. That's what I'm talking about. And it's also about having the energy that we need. And that's not just physical energy, but overall energetic alignment. And developing that energy and doubling our energy really happens in a couple of different ways. And that is diet, exercise, or movement, as I call it with some of my clients who are super into exercise, so we call it movement. And also sleep is so important to our overall energy, as well as mindset and overall energetic alignment. And what that means is our actual, for those of you who have had acupuncture, you go there to help get your chi flowing. It's that same kind of thing. We're talking about our universal life force, that which is non-physical, that we have within our beings and our souls, and just making sure that's all in alignment, making sure that our chakras are nice and open and clear and clean so that we can be in optimum energetic alignment. So I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, just pop them in the comment section. And so those are some of the core pillars around how to double our energy: diet, exercise, trust in our inner guidance, our mindset, our energy, and accountability is a huge one. Not only being accountable to ourselves, but accountable to those in our life, our family, our children, our coworkers. And so those are the main pillars of empowered living. So today, last weekend or earlier in the week, well, it's Tuesday, so last weekend, the word accountability just kept coming up for me, and I was like, okay. And I shared in the last Facebook Live when we talked about vulnerability that usually when something like that comes up, that's my inner guidance. That's a message from the universe asking me to pay attention, or letting me know that this is a topic for me to meditate on and bring out into the focus point, to bring out into the light, because there are other people that need to hear about this. So authenticity, and it really means being able to show up in the way that we're meant to and in the way that we're supposed to. So it's like, okay, I'm pretty authentic. I've been vulnerable on these Facebook Lives and in my posts, and then I had the light bulb go off. I really haven't. I've actually been hiding. I've been hiding some things from you. And that means that I haven't been authentic in some ways. And imagine my surprise and my embarrassment, and then my gratitude for receiving this message to take a look at authenticity so that I could talk about it with you today. And to do so that I can encourage you and embolden you and empower you to also show up in areas of your life that maybe you haven't been 100% authentic in. So I've been hiding. I've been keeping secrets from you. And what are those secrets and why? I'll get to what those secrets are in just a moment. The why was I wasn't sure how to talk about it all. I wasn't sure what words to use. I, in the back of my mind, was fearful of being judged or misunderstood. And that is really just my own fear showing up to keep me stuck, which none of us want to be stuck, right? So when I became a certified health coach, I absolutely knew what that meant. It was sort of like when I finished my undergrad and I went and did graduate work. You know, when I did my certification, I got that really nice piece of paper that was stamped certification. And that was really clear to me. Okay, I have an affirmation. I have been awarded the opportunity and the authority by this learned community to be a health coach and work with clients. When I became a certified life coach, I got that same piece of paper and I completely understood what that meant. And just this past Sunday, I'm very excited and deeply honored to share that I was attuned to my Reiki Master Teacher level, which is the highest level that you can attain within the Reiki healing energy world. And that with that comes great power. And it's not important about the power piece and of being a light worker. The more important piece is the great responsibility that comes with that. It is my responsibility to show up in total authenticity. It is my responsibility to show up here because I've been guided to and talk with you each week about the things that are coming up for me and to share all of that with you. And as I walked out of my attunement at the end of the day, again, that light bulb went on and it was like, okay, now I know why the word authenticity was coming up for the last couple of days, because I was hiding. I've talked about doing Reiki before on these Facebook Lives and I've posted about it and I've blogged on it, but I haven't shared that deep experiences that I've had in working with Reiki and my clients and also receiving Reiki. So there are a couple of other things which I'm going to unleash now, which I'm really excited about. And thanks for those of you who've been popping in live. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to let me know where you're coming in from. And so here it is. The truth of the matter is that I have all these other gifts that have opened up for me in the last couple of years. And I haven't shared with you all that they are. Because again, I had this fear come up about, oh my gosh, what would I say about it? So here it is. I am an energy empowerment coach. I am an earth medicine healer. I am a Reiki master teacher. I am Queen Mab of the fairy realm. Wait, what? Yeah, you heard me right. Queen Mab of the fairy realm. That one took me a little bit of time to digest and understand, because when that came up, I had no idea what that was all about, and I didn't understand what it meant. And I thought, is this just my imagination? Am I crazy? Am I just a little off my rocker? And that's like, I'm spiritual and I'm good with receiving messages, but like that's way out there. And how could that be possible? But it is. And not only am I Queen Mab of the fairy realm, I am also a portal shifter and an inner portal porter. That takes a little more explaining, and that'll be a whole Facebook Live on its own. And I am a seer. And not only am I a seer here on this plane and in this existence for this world, but I'm also a Lemurian seer. as I have roots and was and am a Lemurian. And Lemuria was in existence at the same time as Atlantis, and also had, like Atlantis, came to a point in time where that community left this plane of existence. But I have deep ties there, and I can visit Lemuria, and I have been charged with rejuvenating the pool, the seer pool that is in Lemuria, and that pool actually feeds, and the waters in that pool run out from the top of this hill where this pool resides out into various areas of Lemuria and nourishes Lemuria. And so I've been working with other Lemurian light beings to rejuvenate the crystals there and the seeing pool, because that was my responsibility. So there it is, completely, totally outing myself on some of the things that I've learned in the last year and a half or so. And like I said, it really took me a while to figure out, like, I don't even understand what this stuff means, and like, what am I supposed to be doing with it? And okay, well, you've told me, and now I know, and what do I do with this? And how do I wear these various monikers? And through meditation and also working with my mentor and talking with other light workers, what came to me is that you hear it all the time. Einstein talked about it. We all live in a variety of different planes of existence and a variety of different times, all at the same time, all in the same period. So right now, all of us have a variety of gifts and a variety of different hats that we wear, if you want to call it that. And in this particular time period on this plane of existence here on Earth, I'm an energy empowerment coach. I'm coming to you live from my living room in Manhattan, but at the same time, I'm also doing my work as an earth medicine healer. And I'm also doing my work as Queen Mob of the Fairy Realm, and I'm doing my work as a portal shifter, and I'm doing my work as a seer, and I'm doing my work as a Lemurian light being. And that's a little bit heavy and a little bit far out there. And, some of you who this kind of conversation may be new to may seem a little odd, but I promise you it's not. It's just a little bit of a shift in the way that we're thinking. And it's definitely been a conversation that's been around for decades. So that's what I had to come clean on and get that all out and start talking about it. Because what's true is that I talk with my friends and my family about these gifts all the time. I talk with other light workers and other colleagues that I have, and we talk about how to bring Reiki into different sessions and how to like bring in all of these other callings to create optimum experiences for our clients. But I hadn't been telling you anything about it because I felt a little embarrassed and a little vulnerable and a little scared. So hi, Julia. Great to see you today. Thanks for joining. Just talking about accountability and sharing some of the things that I've been hiding with people along the way. So there it is. Now that I've outed myself and I'm completely transparent and being authentic and being really vulnerable, let's get into a little bit of, well, first let me ask this. For those of you who are on the live, are there any questions that you might have about what I've shared with you that maybe I can answer quickly here on the Facebook Live? And I would imagine that on the replay there'll definitely be some questions. And I will do future Facebook Lives really talking about what each of those parts of who I am really mean, and then how they translate and empower me to be able to show up in this world in the way that I need to, and how they empower me to show up for my clients and be of optimum service and support to my clients, which is the reason I'm here. It's not only to help you with your transformation and self-growth and be a catalyst for that in all kinds of ways, And like I said earlier, not just about your physical energy, where I work with my clients on diet and exercise, sleep, and what are those physical things that are impacting their energy. Mindset is such a huge one. But now incorporating all of my other skill sets as a light worker into those sessions with my client so that we can approach that energy, that well-being, attaining those goals, living the life of your truest dreams, truly from a place of complete alignment in body, mind, and soul. So what does all of this mean to you, and how is it going to help you? Like what's in it for me, right? It's really sort of what I just said. It's really about me standing strong in my power, in my divinity, showing up in the way that I am supposed to be of optimum support for you, to be the catalyst for your awakening, to be the guide along that path as that awakening continues to happen and things come up and you feel a little bit stuck or don't know where to head, and to use my intuition to help you along your path so that you can be living the life that you truly desire. There's so many of us out there that know there's something more that's meant for us, and we just don't know what the first step is. So I work with clients that a lot of people who reach out to me are in that place where, and I'm sure that you can relate, sometimes you just pick up the phone or you call a friend, you don't know why, you just feel compelled to. And I'll have a breakthrough call with a client, and sometimes they're like, yeah, I want to lose 10 pounds, and we get into it, and they're like, I'm really tired, and I don't feel nourished, and we start talking about those things, and every time that happens, there's something a little deeper. There's something a little more. And in some of those moments, we get to a place in the conversation where my client says, I'm not really sure what more I want, but I feel like there's something else. But I really just want to focus on my health right now. So we do that to start. And then along the way in the program, we start to peel back the layers of the onion and really work a little deeper. So the way that I show up for you and the way that I am using my gifts to show up is to be your oracle, to be your seer, to pick up on the messages that are coming through that you might not be able to hear yet, so that all of your guides and your angels and the universe, spirit, God, whatever the name is that you have for that which is greater than us, that guides you along the way, our inner guidance, our wisdom, our gut feeling, whatever's coming up, if you're not quite hearing that yet, I'm picking up on those things and able to share that with you. Plus, we're also working on ways to develop your connection with your inner guidance, your inner wisdom, that gut feeling that you have, so that you can begin to tap into those messages as well. I'm also here. One of the codes, one of my gifts, in addition to those that I already listed earlier, is that I'm a light warrior with the mark of Isis. And I am also supposed to be here to show you how to show up and be the warrior in your life. And that can mean a variety of things. And sometimes that just means being able to get out of bed. Sometimes that means really being committed to making that nourishing meal for yourself first thing in the morning. Sometimes that means you got to get out and go and do that run because you have committed to yourself that your exercise, your movement, your physical well-being is what your priority is right now. So showing up to be the warrior in your life. I am here to be your guide to spiritual peace. That sounds a little far out there and a little woo-woo, right? Which is cool. It's totally fine. That's what today is all about. I'm being accountable. I'm talking about my woo-woo. I'm owning it. I'm standing in it. And you know what I gotta say? Oh, what a relief. It feels really, really good. But guiding you along the path to spiritual peace. So many of us, and we all do, those who aren't fully on their path, you have that inkling. And by the way, who's ever fully on their path anyway? We're all human beings. We're all here to learn, and we're in different steps of our path. The Buddha was able to attain enlightenment. Jesus Christ was able to attain enlightenment. And Kuan Yin decided when she had the opportunity to attain enlightenment that for the gift of those of us here on earth, that she would remain behind and be reincarnated and become a bodhisattva. So you might hear all of these tales of these learned, iconic beings, Muhammad attaining enlightenment, hearing the word of God, and a variety of different traditions out there. But what's true is that we're all on the path to our spiritual peace. We're just in different steps. And the step that you're in is exactly perfect for you in this moment and is exactly where you need to be. It feels pretty good to know that, huh? That you're exactly perfect and you're exactly where you need to be. And we'll talk about how to help you grow that and take little baby steps forward. I work with some clients who are ready, really ready for like a big opening. And that's happened in some Reiki sessions, and it's happened in some coaching sessions. And it's amazing, and I feel deeply honored to bear witness for every little moment that you have and that my clients have on your opening and your awakening, and those big moments too. And the other thing that I'm just sort of pulling together here and collecting my thoughts is also, I'm just checking in with my intuition, which I should be doing more often on these Facebook Lives. The message that I'm getting now is I'm also here to help you awaken your divinity. So what all this means is that I'll be showing up here more often in authenticity on Facebook Live. I'll be doing it more intuitively and a little less scripted. And I am here to take the gifts that I have and the awakenings that are happening for me and share them with you authentically and tell you about them in a different kind of way than I have before. I'm here to be your oracle. I'm here to help you be the warrior in your life. I'm here to guide you along the path to spiritual peace, and I'm here to awaken you to your divinity. So that's what's in it for you. So I know I've got a couple of people on live, and I'll just give it a moment if anybody has any questions. I'm just going to check the comments box real quick. And looks like we're doing okay. I'm just going to give that a moment. And while you might be thinking about what kind of questions, like what is she talking about, or if this is resonating for you, give me a thumbs up, or let me know in the replay. And thanks to you who are here live, and my gratitude to those of you who are here on the replay. Please do leave some comments and let me know if there's one topic that I mentioned that maybe is really hitting you and you'd really like to know more about that sooner than later. And I'll make sure that next week's Facebook Live I talk specifically on that topic. And for those of you who are not already a part of my community, I invite you to go on over to dreamsculptinginstitute.com and click on the Hook Me Up page. And when you sign up for my newsletter, you'll get a free download on how to double my energy today. And my newsletter is always full of helpful hints and special offers and information and things I don't necessarily share on Facebook Live. And I get great, wonderful feedback from those who are part of the community already, which I really welcome and am very appreciative of. So if nobody has any questions in the moment, I'm just going to sort of check in and see if there's anything else. Just one more thing, you're not alone. You all have something really special and important to share with the world. And sometimes we have a feeling that there's something more for us, and we just don't know what it is. We don't even know who to talk to. We don't even know how to voice that. And this is a forum for those exact questions. And each of you is very special and exactly perfect right now where you are. And your family and you and the world all needs you to show up and be fully present in who you are meant to be. This world is changing, and while there's a lot going on right now that feels really scary and can feel really overwhelming, the wave of light that is enveloping the planet and the universe and so many people here on Mother Earth is growing by leaps and bounds every second. And it's a really powerful time. There are a lot of people who are waking up to different things and finding that they're having thoughts or sometimes certain numbers. Yesterday, I have a dear girlfriend of mine, Michelle, who's here in New York City visiting me for a couple of days. And yesterday, the number 17 showed up 3 different times during the course of the day. So we decided, we got back in late last night. We were all over New York City yesterday. We went to the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island, and we went to the 9/11 pools and grabbed some dinner, and then went and saw To Kill a Mockingbird, starring Jeff Daniels, which was amazing. So we had a really full day, and we didn't have time to look up 17. But when numbers show up for you a couple of days in a row or during a day, there's a message there. You can just Google that. Sometimes we just see things over and over again, or we hear the same word. Like earlier I was talking about this past weekend, the word authenticity kept like ringing in my mind. So when those things come into our being, that's a hint for us to investigate that a little more. So those are the hints that you're ready for something more. Those are the breadcrumbs along your path, helping you to move forward, because it's time for you to awaken. It's time for you to step into your power, and it's time for you to own your gifts. And if I can come in here on Facebook Live and completely out myself like I did with everything that I talked about earlier, and for those of you who are joining a little later on the live, thanks so much. And I encourage you to listen from the beginning to hear about all the super groovy stuff I divulged and totally came out with. And if I can do it, you can do it. I'm here to help you with that. I'm here to empower you. I'm here to embolden you, and I'm here to hold your hand when you need it. So if there aren't any questions, which it looks like we're good, unless anybody needs a moment on the live to type their question in. And as a reminder, I will be back again next Tuesday at 12:30 Eastern here on Dream Sculpting Institute's channel to talk a little bit more. Not sure about what yet. We'll see what comes up in meditation, or what I'm guided to talk with you about, or what comes up in the comments. If there's a particular part of today's Facebook Live that you'd like me to expand upon, I am more than happy to do that. And if you'd just like to pick up the phone and talk to me about some of the things that might be coming up for you, I am happy to do that as well. Feel free to visit dreamsculptinginstitute.com and book a breakthrough call there. It's just a nice general conversation. And let me see if there's something that maybe I can help you with or shine the light on. So I appreciate you all being here live, and I appreciate those of you who watch the replay. Sending out much love and light to all of you. And here's to your empowered life. I hope you have a fabulous day, and may the light illuminate your way.